Mostly clear overnight. You could encounter a little fog in the North Bay. Overnight lows mid-30s to mid-40s. Clouds increasing Monday. Late in the day, we could start to see a little rain in the North Bay, and then it could spread south of the Golden Gate for your Monday night. Some expected highs Monday, San Francisco, San Rafael and Napa, 64 degrees. Oakland and Mountain View, 67 degrees. Concord, Livermore, and Fremont, 69. Redwood City and Morgan Hill, 70 degrees. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News. April 23rd from 8 a.m. to noon. Join them for the biggest celebration of people with and without intellectual and developmental disabilities. For more information and to register, go to bestbuddiesfriendshipwalk.org/San Francisco. KCBS News Time is 12:40. Police in Pleasant Hill are looking for an 83-year-old woman with dementia and who is legally blind and hard of hearing. Amara Sarajin is Caucasian, 5 feet tall, 120 pounds. She's wearing a gray sweater with a pink hood, gray leggings, and black shoes. She was last seen walking her small white dog in the Mary Drive neighborhood in Pleasant Hill. Anyone with information about her location can call 911 or Pleasant Hill Police. There's a new test that's said to be able to reveal numerous types of undiagnosed cancer, but there's a hitch. It's not covered by insurance. We get the story from Craig Bigner with Odyssey sister station KNX in Los Angeles.
A California-based company with a $950 blood test for the early detection of as many as 50 different types of cancer. It is a direct-to-consumer test by Galleri, said to have the ability to detect DNA in the bloodstream from cancer cells.
Very much could change cancer care several years from now. However, most believe this is a premature offering to direct-to-consumer when the data behind it isn't yet supporting. It helps people actually live longer, which is what they're touting.
Dr. Jack Jacob talking with KNX, a medical oncologist with Memorial Care Cancer Institute, the Orange Coast Medical Center. The company that makes the test says it is designed for people who are already known to be at a higher risk of cancer.
The healthcare system in this country took a hard hit from the pandemic with staffing shortages and burnout. But as KCBS's Jennifer Hodges reports, some health officials are hoping to improve things through automation.
The more we learn about COVID-19, the more questions and worries we have. CalHope can help with free COVID-19 emotional support. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
Now here's that story from KCBS's Jennifer Hodges.
Some healthcare experts argue it's technology that could help to eliminate burnout.
It is part of the wave of the future in healthcare.
Paul Speaker, managing partner with the health benefits consulting firm PCS Advisors, says doctors and nurses are doing tasks that could be automated.
Turn them into human typewriters, entering data into duplicative data into system after system, and then you put them into a situation like we had with COVID and you get serious burnout.
Digital healthcare companies are using artificial intelligence, specializing in things like image processing and disease detection.
When you apply leading edge technology to things like reading scans around certain health conditions, you can shorten hospital stays. There are case studies where it's shortened hospital stays by 3 to 5 days.
Many experts argue it's the wave of the future. Jennifer Hodges, KCBS.
The Biden administration is opening more public land for oil and natural gas drilling in response to skyrocketing gas prices. KCBS's Eric Thomas talked with an expert about whether it'll do any good. President Biden KCBS, a nearly 400-acre property now up for sale at Big Sur. The seller, though, not looking to sell to just anybody. KCBS News Time, 12:45. Time now for sports. Baseball action Sunday. Giants beat Cleveland 8-1 to complete a sweep. The Giants run their record to 7-2. A's came up a little short, losing at Toronto 4-3. On the ice, the Sharks fell at Minnesota 5-4. With more sports, here's KCBS's Kevin Radich.
Melissa Nacken of the Giants coaching staff made history this week, becoming the first woman to coach on the field during a big league game. It happened during Tuesday's 13-2 win over the Padres, when first base coach Antoine Richardson was tossed out of the game after having words with Padres third base coach Mike Shildt. That's a whole nother story. Nacken then took over for Richardson in the third inning. She was actually in the batting cage under the stands when she got the word, took off her sweatshirt, grabbed her number 92 jersey, slipped it on, and headed out to make history. Pretty darn cool. Nacken spoke with reporters after the game.
You know, people are able to see not just women, but young men, young girls, women, everybody can just see that there are a lot of opportunities in baseball, and not just in baseball, but sometimes, like, I think we always limit ourselves to thinking what we could do. At least that's my experience. I never thought that I could do something like this, and because I never saw it. So I think, sure, it's certainly important for people to be able to see that this is an opportunity, and they can see somebody that, you know, kind of looks like them going out there and you know, coaching in the big leagues.
The helmet she wore was sent to Cooperstown. What a story. At the sports desk, Kevin Radich, KCBS.
Hey, over here.
What?
Right here in the back.
Where?
Over by the fence.
You? Bike?
Yeah, the bike. Right in the grass where the kids left me a while ago. You know how lonely it is being left day after day, not being able to prove the reservation?
Pardon me?
Remember when you got me for the kids? You told them,
You know, you kids go have fun, enjoy the outdoors, and be careful.
Yeah.
I really missed it. Especially when they put that playing card in my spokes, and I made a really cool sound the faster we went. Well, I should give my tires a little air, dust off my seat, and remind the kids how fun I still am.
Oh, you are thirsty.
Yeah, and I may need a couple of bolts tightened too. So let's go.
As Native American parents and caregivers, our church is healthy lifestyles for our kids, helping them get outside and play. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov/StevensCountry. Brought to you by USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
Time to check in once again at the KCBS Traffic Center with Frank Munich. We don't have much to get in your way. But westbound 37 and Skag Miles Road. Just what's the plan is pretty much it. In fact, even that has now been moved off of the roadway. We had a two-car crash in a turnout of westbound 37 near the Skag Island exit. That again has now been taken off of Highway 37 and out to City Street near Sonoma Raceway, so that's good news. Again, a word of caution for those riding Muni this week, especially if you're out and about in the late evening. We'll have the Muni Metro Tunnel shut down until this Sunday between 9:30 p.m. and midnight every night. That is for maintenance. We'll have bus bridges in place for all the lines that normally run light rail vehicles through the tunnel above ground on Market Street. Your next update at 12:58 on the traffic leader KCBS. You can expect clouds to increase a bit on Monday, and in fact, late midday there is a chance we could start to see some rain in the North Bay, and then it should push a bit south. Monday night we could see some rain throughout much of the Bay Area. Highs Monday, low 60s to low 70s. There is actually at least a chance of rain every day this week, with rain especially likely Thursday. After Monday, highs generally will be upper 50s at the coast, low to mid 60s near the Bay, mid to upper 60s inland. Next weekend, next Saturday, partly cloudy in the morning, but then sunny in the afternoon with highs low 60s to low 70s. Right now,
dining hall with stone pillars and several campsites and swimming spots.
Pico Blanco has a very special place in the hearts of tens of thousands of scouts who camp there.
So why is it now for sale? Deputy Scout Executive Eric Turbach said it started with a fire and continues with a downpour.
The county determined that the road was unsafe and closed the road to the public. Therefore, we have not been able to have any scouts access the camp or have scouting activities since 2016.
And there's no timeline for opening it back up. Now he says they're ready to take the $1.8 million asking price and put it back into the Scouts' other camps and the organization in general. But, he says, they're hoping to find owners who may open it back up to the Scouts once the roads are fixed, like perhaps the conservation group that would be good stewards of the land. The Scouts are reviewing proposals now. He says they're getting help from men who are there for it.
Several Eagle Scouts have come out of Camp Pico Blanco. Many famous people have supported Camp Pico Blanco. And just the rush of positive help and interest is very heartening.
For the record, one of those famous alums?
Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby built the kitchen for us at Camp Pico Blanco.
Maybe they'll speak KCBS.
Britain's senior royals have attended their first public post-COVID services without the Queen. CBS News correspondent Vicky Barker reports from London.
Prince William and wife Kate walked up to St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle holding the hands of their two eldest children, George and Charlotte. This was followed by other senior royals, minus the disgraced Prince Andrew and self-appointed black sheep Prince Harry, and minus the Queen. 4 days shy of her 96th birthday, Elizabeth's growing mobility issues are now seeing her routinely sitting out royal appearances that meet setting in stone. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
Here in Britain, Boris Johnson has just become the first Prime Minister in our history found to have broken the law in office, a law that he introduced. That may be defined by the police breaking lockdown by attending a birthday gathering in 10 Downing Street a couple of years ago. So, Johnson, his wife Carrie, and our Treasurer and Secretary Jane Miller, also there, have each been fined $65 for testing them. But they made up and apologized to the country. However, is the country ready to accept their apology to simply move on? This gathering took place only behind the scary wearing significant birthday celebrations and many old people in care homes died alone. By and large, the British played by the rules. The revelations about the string of parties in Downing Street struck a collective nerve. Deception hypocrisy spread across the country, and this week, 57% of voters thought Mr. Johnson should resign. He's made it clear to his wife that the police are investigating more Downing Street gatherings, and that could lead to more fines. At the start of the year, it was bad for Boris Johnson. His own party's legislators discussed voting him out of office. The senior civil servant compiled a report critical of the drinking and partying culture in Downing Street. It all seemed to be coming to a head. And then, on February the 24th, Russia invaded Ukraine and everything changed. Boris Johnson became a wartime Prime Minister, swinging into action, sending arms and even making a visit. His party felt it couldn't unseat a leader in the middle of an invasion, and any vote of confidence has now been put on hold. But in the end, it is surely unconscionable for a lawmaker to be a lawbreaker. So Boris Johnson may be living on borrowed time. That's London calling for today. This is Cyberspace for CBS News in Denver.
Register to rise. Join PBWC's two-day virtual conference May 10th and 11th. Hear from change-making speakers that will inform, engage, uplift, and inspire. Turn your career aspirations into reality. Connect with professional women and allies from around the world. Learn more and register at conference.pbwc.org. This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Attention, procrastinators. Time's up to file your 2021 tax return or get that extension. We did get an extra weekend to get those forms filled out thanks to the federal holiday. A lot of big-name college athletes may be cramming to meet that tax deadline for the first time after new NCAA rules allow them to make money from endorsements. One was hoping for advice from his school's athletic department. Backup plans on demand. Investors this week will continue to keep an eye on the Fed ahead of a possible half-point rate hike. Here's another reason the labor market may be so tight. Drug and alcohol abuse may be slowing the return of many to the labor force. The report
Health Network's refusal to address the union's concerns about safe staffing and health and safety protections. Sutter says replacement nurses will fill in during the strike.
You gotta be a go-getter 'cause it's hard to get there. Get up in the face, get up in the face, excuse me, mister. You say you're my teacher, you say you're my preacher. Excuse me, mister. You act like you're large and you say you're in charge. Oh, show me. What is it that I need? So tell me. The book I should read. Somebody hit me with the 411. There are steps to take. There's a job to be done. I want step 1, step 2, step 3, spell out. All the info is what I'm about. So ask for help and do not stop. Know how to go, that's it, that's right. That responds word Bentley with more to go. For more college info, visit knowhowtogo.org. Brought to you by the American Council on Education, Luna Foundation for Education, and the Ad Council.
Frank Munich with the 411 on traffic. All the info we're about, and we have the info that this accident on westbound 37 at Skaggs Island west of Vallejo has now been cleared. That was a two-car injury crash, which had been making a turnout there. That has now been taken completely off of the roadway, so that is no longer blocking things. Good news for the beginning of the work week. March will resume uninterrupted service along with Marietta Line. We have had service suspended between the South Liberty and Union City stations for the weekend because purchase is late for the track maintenance that necessitated that is now wrapped up. Service will be back to normal when work begins running this morning at 5 a.m. Your next update at 108, around 108 on the traffic leader, KXCBS. Mostly clear skies overnight, maybe a little fog in the North Bay overnight, lows mid-30s to mid-40s. Later on today, we'll see some increasing clouds, and there is a chance of rain late in the day in the North Bay, and then that could spread south, giving us rain throughout the Bay Area Monday night. What is it? It's April 18th. There we go, 2022. So this is the stories we're covering on KCBS. Russian and Ukrainian forces battling for the Ukrainian port city of Mariupol. And it is tax day. Also will reprise last night's 60-minute Roger Finch.
I'm Monica Ricks in New York. As Russia increases military pressure on eastern Ukraine, supporters here in the U.S. are urging President Biden to step up military arms shipments.
I'm Tom Foti. The focus of the Ukraine war is now the battered port city of Mariupol, which could fall any time to the Russian forces who have had it under siege for 7 weeks. Or not. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on CNN.
It is very important for us not to allow them to stand our ground, because this battle, and it can happen, so there will be several battles, and we don't know how long it is going to take. It can influence the course of the whole war.
Tom Foti, CBS News, Washington.
This morning, Lviv's governor says 6 people were killed and another 8 wounded by Russian missile strikes. A new warning this weekend from the feds on Russian hackers. 60 Minutes correspondent Bill Whitaker reports.
The Biden administration has been releasing sensitive intelligence and dire warnings that the Kremlin is preparing to launch a new generation of cyber attacks on American soil. U.S. cyber defenders tell us they're now and are bracing themselves, especially at the Department of Homeland Security, with an initiative called Ears Up.
Today is tax day, and if you're following at the last minute, I am right there with you. But it looks like the IRS is facing its own crunch this year. CBS's Scott McFarland is in Washington.
The IRS is strongly encouraging last-minute filers to do so electronically.
in Pittsburgh. KDKA TV's Chris Hoffman spoke with Stephen Long, who owns the apartment. He says he was renting it out for the holiday.
He came into the window. He showed us just how many shots came into his apartment. Bullets riddled both downstairs bedrooms.
It's not just in the front of the property, they're in the back also. So wherever they were shooting from, there was bullets everywhere. There's still bullets on the ground.
A family with children from Charlotte was staying in the unit. They decided to leave at 11:30. Police say the shooting was just about an hour later at 12:30.
This morning, those shooters are still